what is it? Saturday! Alright guys, so you know what Saturday is. It's Saturday Live! And it's time to wash my hair. I am Rosa, and this is my crown, Raya. And this is our 4-day-old set we did Wednesday morning with the Dew products. And so today it is time to reset our hair. I really am loving this set. And it even got rained on today. So let's get started. We start first with, hey Wanda, yay! I'm glad you were able to join. So we're going to do an ENBBA set today. So with the heavy hold gel. So we're going to go in and look at that. All that length. But it's okay. I know what's there. But it shrank up a lot, but I enjoyed this set, and I'm going to hold on to it. Yes, you did. I'm going to hold on to this set, my notes and everything, and make sure I do it again during a, yeah, the shrinkage is real. It's really real. I mean, isn't it? So, I'm going to do it again when we really have high humidity and see how that works. Don't forget to tap the screen to like the live as well. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to do an ENBBA set today. But I love how the set felt. I love the fact that my hair was not crunchy at all. I loved, yeah, that it wasn't crunchy. And that she just lived well. Now she shrank a lot, but that was okay that she shrank, because I'm going to accept my hair in whatever form she comes in. But this was a good set, so I'm glad to be able to use up. I think I use up the rest of the B-Girl custard that I had open, and so we're just spending time and saturating our hair. Want to get the products washed out. And then I'm also, I think what I'm washing with today, I have some Innersense Hydrating Queen Bath I have to use up, so I'm going to be washing with that. And I also have some Innersense Purple Conditioner. So I'm probably going to be using some of that as well. Trying to use up my open product stash is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so Wanda, you said you tried the 808 Crazy Sexy Curl Foam and B-Girl and was epic fail. Oh no! You think you use too much foam. Okay, I get it. And so, are you going to try it again and address your ratios? I didn't use a lot of foam. I used enough to kind of wet the hair. Is what I did, and I also used a lot of the 808 base gel. I used a lot of that, more than I did before, and I think that really helped. But let me know if you're going to try it again and adjust things. Just trying to. I can feel the product in that area up here. Make sure I'm getting it out. Soak my head some. Got some water in my ear. Yeah, so I would try that. I'm going to try it again. I use like 3 pumps per section. Okay, look, if I was using 3 pumps, you got to come back some. You can't use that much. Yep, you cannot use that much. Yeah, I don't think you need to, because did it just not, what is it? Was it really, really fluffy? Really light set? Is that what it turned into? Oh, that's funny. But we gotta play to see what, like what works out best when we are going in to do these sets. So I've been wetting the hair for about 5 minutes. I think I'll go until about 8 minutes and then I'll go ahead and start the wash. Yes, okay. All right. Yeah, I think you should pull back on the phone. That sounds like it did do it, especially if it, gave you this a more voluminous set on the first try. Alright, so I'm just going in to this hair rinsed out. And don't forget to like the live. I don't see any thumbs up likes. But you guys are hearting the live. I see the hearts. Yeah, the likes and the hearts are two different things. There you go. Somebody liked the live. Thumbs up. Thank you. Wonderful. Appreciate it. So I think I'm still going to go with the same part right where it is. So I'm going to keep it right where it is. And I think just by feeling, I don't have any more, or I've rinsed the majority of the product out of Raya. So we're going to go ahead and start to wash her. And again, like I said, I have this Innersense. I was combing through my cabinets trying to see if I had anything in there, and I had the Hydrating Cream Bath by Innersense in there. So I need to use this up as well. Again, I don't think my hair is all that dirty in the sense that I just washed on Wednesday. And I'm liking this twice a week wash that I can fit into my schedule by doing it really early on Wednesday and in the afternoon on Saturday. It has been working out. So going in to make sure I get it on my scalp and work it down the shaft of my hair. I was doing a lot of work at the office this week, so been outside walking, stuff falls into your hair from the trees and all that pollen out there. I come in the house and I'm sniffling all the time, so I'm like, what in the earth is going on? Welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya. This is Saturday Wash Day Live. We are on a health regimen for our hair, and we are washing twice a week, Wednesday mornings early, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then Saturdays between 1 and 1:30. Starting somewhere in there. We started at 1:30. It was a little late. Maybe about a minute or so. But I'm here. So I think we're just going with one wash. So we can go ahead and rinse all of this out. Because I think it did its job. So thanks for liking the live. I appreciate you. Raya is thriving. I'm loving the, you know, the health of my hair. With menopause though, you know, like, I saw things like there's a little breakage here and there. That's what I traced it back to, the cause. But I also started using the, thank you for liking the live, I appreciate you. I started using about 15 days ago the Black Girl Vitamin, the Mental Chill. And so I ordered me a 90-day supply because I wanted to, you know, check after 90 days and see how it goes. But my husband asked me the other day, I wear a fan around to keep me cool when them flashes come. And he asked me the other day, you don't wear your fan no more? You don't get hot? And I was like, oh yeah, I wear it. I just, you know, didn't have it with me. This was Easter Sunday. We were on our way to our son's house for dinner. And I was like, oh, I just left it. And then I started paying attention. I haven't used the fan. And then I started paying attention even more. At night, normally, I sweat all up back here. So, you know, I sweat those curls out and everything. And it hasn't not been happening. And since I started paying attention, because I can't say when it started, but since I started paying attention since Easter Sunday, I have been sleeping. Normally I wake up like at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, just like this. But my alarm goes off at 4, and it's what's been waking me up, is the alarm. Not just because I can't sleep and everything. And then I haven't been having those night sweats. So I'm keeping track now. I'm paying attention. I'm paying closer attention. But I'm only like 15, 16 days into using it. And I'm amazed at, since I started paying attention, the things that have not been happening that were happening. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. All right, so I have to get that last piece from under there because I saw shampoo all under this backside. And with this, my hair density, I have to make sure I'm opening up the hair. Like I part it with my finger and then open it up and then make sure I'm going in with that water. All right, so little shed hairs are coming out. That's good. We'll get more of those. So that's it for this. And I'm gonna go in first. Whew. I hate getting water on my face. I'm gonna go in with some, I have some of the Innersense Bright Balance Conditioner. I think I have, I don't know where it is though. I know I have some of the purple shampoo. I don't think I went through that so quick, but I think it's in my other bathroom that I'll do my hair in. So that's what that looks like. And I'm gonna work that in. My strands. Put some water to help spread that. Just working it through with my fingers. So I'm going to twist that up and get it out the way. And get some conditioner on the next section. This is coming out so like confetti small. Little goes a long way. That's why you see me put water on my hand too to help spread it around. Pull some of the other hair in this. I'm going to add some CurlMix conditioner on there too. There you go. You can tell when that water gets in there because then, you know, I can just rake through Raya with no issue. We'll just get some more to this back area. Again, I'm trying to use up this stuff because it's been here for a while. I know it's over most products they say 12 months, and I know it's over that, but under the smell bad and I see any issues with it, I'm gonna use it. Okay. Okay, I guess you do what you do. Your prerogative. All right. Just making sure she's nice and saturated. And she is, as you can tell. So I'll take this down. Maybe I'll just use the purple conditioner only. This looks like it's doing the job. Going through with my fingers to my initial pass and get the shed hairs out. And I have a little grabber over here that'll take it off of my fingers. Alright, so I'm going to fill my mirrors up because I did not do that. Let me do that real quick. So I can see the back of my hair, but you know, normally what you see in the conditioner, that's what we're trying to lock in with the gel. So the shampoo is instrumental in getting our cuticles to open so that they can receive, our hair follicles can receive the water. And water is the hydration. That's what we want. Not putting all the oils and butters and stuff on your hair. You just keep enough dry hair. But the water, we need it to penetrate into our strands so that we can lock in the moisture when it gets to the conditioning phase and that styling phase. Welcome to A Size Healthier. Thank you for joining the live. It's good to see you back again. I appreciate you. Yes, please like, subscribe, and share the live. You're such a cheerleader for me. I appreciate you every time I see you. Come on. All right, so conditioner is in. And now I'm going to start by detangling each section Again, bisection with my fingers, and then we're going in with the tool. And I like to unbrush. If you haven't been on my live before, you'll know that I favor this brush. So I like the unbrushing. That's what we use around here. As it goes through. Hey Pam, welcome to the live. You caught a live too. Look at y'all. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate you, ladies. So we're going through and we're gonna detangle, which we just did, and twist up this section and move on to the next section. Today we're going to be using the heavy hold Avena's ENBBA Naturals. We use the heavy hold, and we're going to use the OG topper. That's what we're going to be doing today. So the products I'm using up right now, I went through my stash and I found that I had the Innersense shampoo. What is this? The Innersense Hydrating Cream Bath. So I had some of that. Hello, how are you? I don't want to mess up your name. I don't want to mess up your name. Hi, M. Oh, welcome to the live with Rosa and Raya. I am Rosa. My crown is Raya. And I come on twice a week, Wednesday mornings early and Saturdays between 1 and 1:30 to cleanse, condition, and style my hair. So we're at the conditioning phase now. So splitting off this section right now. And this is finger detangling. When I go through with my fingers and kind of comb my hair. And we want to make sure the hair is nice and wet and juicy, like you see, before I start going through with the tool. So I start at the bottom and work my way up. And I try to make sure I go on top, and I come underneath. Don't forget to like the live if you haven't liked the live. I appreciate you for coming on and stopping by. So we're just going to twist up these sections. Once we have detangled, keep me organized. Thank you for liking and subscribing, M. Appreciate you. And so I'm going through again with my fingers, because that's your first tool, is your fingers. So with my hair, I have low porosity hair, so it takes a little bit, for water to get in. And so that's another reason why I wash my hair twice a week, because it helps me keep the moisture in my hair and beat it to becoming dehydrated. If I wait 7 days, my wash day is much longer than it normally is. And I found that out, and I have, made time to make sure I am prioritizing time to take care of my gray strands. So that is the tangle, and we're going through on to the next section. Sandra Sims, can you do what? Not quite sure what your question is. And so I'll just parting with my finger. Oh, can I spell the name of the brush? Yes, I'm going to show it to you as well. It's U-N and then B-R-U-S-H. Unbrush is what it is. So I hope you saw that. UNBRUSH, unbrush. So there's another big section. And when you're doing your hair, sometimes when I first started out, you were so welcome, Sandra. When I started out, thank you so much to A Size Healthier for putting that in there. I appreciate you. I told you, you got my back, girl. You got my back. When I first started out, I couldn't do my hair in these huge sections. My hair was a lot shorter too, but I needed to break it down to smaller sections. But I've gotten the hang of what to do for my hair, what my hair likes, and so I can do these big sections. But there's sometimes, you know, like when I'm styling, I'm going to bring it down to smaller sections because I want to make sure I'm keeping the definition and things like that. So here is that detangled with my fingers. Now we're going in with that unbrush. And I'm using my hand like a scrub board to work through my hair. And you see how it's like butter. You can just go through, view. My detangling sessions are shorter than they used to be with doing this twice a week. So to me, it's worth it. But we should at least be washing our hair every 7 days. When we go past that 7 days, you don't go past 10 days. I'm telling you, like you're gonna have a whole session to deal with. And you're drying out your hair. So even if you got to the place where you got your hair hydrated, now it's really dehydrated. It's severely hydrated if you go on that long. And it's gonna take longer to rehydrate your strands. So we start losing hydration as soon as we, you know, like when I get to the phase where I put my gel and stuff like that in there, and go to sit on that dryer, it's already started to that dehydration phase because, you know, that water is starting to evaporate from my hair into the air. So I do the same thing on every section. So make sure I'm getting in all directions. And the hair at the bottom of my lower half, it's darker still. It does not have much salt and pepper in it. But the hair at the top, oh yes. These are my two problem children up at the top, and I just make sure I give it the love that it needs, the love and attention that it needs. But I learned that I have to, you know, give my hair a little more attention than just once a week. That's what I need. I'm not saying you have to do that. This is just what works for me. So now I just have this top section. I got conditioner everywhere. And that's what you want. You want to have conditioner everywhere. In a sense, because, you know, if you don't have a crime scene in your shower, you ain't doing it right. All right, so this is our last section. Take that and put it up here. So what are you guys doing today? Anybody having a wash day today? Or is there a wash day tomorrow? Did you get in any movement today? Because you know I'm all about that life. Whatever your movement may be. And if you did get it in, what did you do? Like I went for a walk. I wanted to get my walk in before I did my hair because it got rained on too. So I wasn't sure what it was going to be like out there today. So you see I'm going through and go from the bottom and work my way up. And I go into that underside, and I go from the front, and I go from the back. There you go. And whatever is on there, I try to put back on my head. So there. We are going through I got on my eye. Must be my mascara. Okay, so then I'm going to take and clip that with that hair, and then I've just got this section left. So we have washed, and well, we've rinsed, we have washed, and we're almost finished detangling. So see, the curls are already there in the conditioner, and that's what I'm going to lock in. Those curls that you see right there is the plan. We want to lock that in. So take that and put that back there, and I'm just kind of, I'm more of a smoother, not so much as a raker. I find that raking makes my hair extra frizzy. Smoothing, not so much. So, and I had to learn that just by doing my hair, you know. My stylist, I think she did a lot of raking, and so my styles didn't last as long. And I think because I'm a smoother and she's a raker. And I think Raya likes smoothing. So you see now, and I'm careful with this section. You see, I have a line that goes like this, and this is a lot of white hair on this side of my head and salt and pepper on the other side. So, well, actually, I'm just going to put that off because I'm going to make this one section, but I just like to separate them because this hair is a little more, it has more fine strands in it, and you need to be careful with all of your hair, but I got to be careful with this hair. Quiet in the comments today, but that's okay. All right. All right, so we smooth through that and add it to this section. Smoothing, 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 and now twisting. Oh, I hear you. Okay, awesome. So now we have got it all detangled in 32 minutes, but remember that also is about 7 minutes of me, almost 8 minutes of me rinsing my hair. That's the first step. Sometimes we don't take the time to rinse our hair, rinse the products out, and try to, you know, like help the shampoo have a good base to start and don't have to work so hard. So rinsing our hair is a part of that. And when CurlMix offered free master classes, and when they were saying they were going to teach you how to do, you know, teach you how to wash your hair, I was like, I know how to wash my hair. I don't need nobody telling me how to wash my hair. I was wrong, y'all. I did need somebody to tell me how to wash my hair because I wasn't doing it right. So, hi, Ree. You know, what's funny is my nickname growing up is Riri. Oh. So we're just going in now and to rinse the hair out. We're going to rinse it out with the twist. Welcome to the live. Yes, for real. That is my nickname because my name is Rosa, and I guess my brothers used to butcher my name. They would say Woza, and my mother did not like that, and I'm named after my grandmother, and then they try to get it. My middle name is Marie, and they messed that. They would say Ree, and so they ended up calling me Riri, and it was like that stuck. So that was my name. And my sister, her name is Felicia, and they call her Fifi. Yep. True story. Yep. So people who know me from high school and everything, that's what they still call me. They're like, who is Rosa? We know Riri. So yeah. Welcome to the live. So we're at the conditioning phase and we're rinsing out the conditioner so we can get started with styling. You're welcome. So welcome. And don't forget to like the live. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I appreciate it. What are you using to style? Oh, what are your go-to styling products? Well, CurlMix, a lot of CurlMix products are my go-to, but let me explain that I'm doing these lives on Wednesdays and Saturdays so that I can use a product that I've opened and I haven't used in a long time. So I want to open them, I want to use them up. These are expensive products. Like this was $32. I ain't throwing it away. I'm using it, but I have, like other products I've been using, and then I'm like going back and looking and saying, I need to use my products. Wow, Ree, that is awesome. Look at that. See that you were meant to be in this live since your sister's name is Rosa. So Sandra, I am my go-to products are normally the CurlMix. Like I love their pineapple potion. I'll show that to you. This is one of my favorites. So pineapple potion, pectin gel. It's a flakeless gel. I love it. I also love their Masters Collection Loose. I love the brown sugar baby, but that's not a heavy enough product for me, so I always have to put something on top of it, like their Luscious Lotus. I don't have that in here. I try not to keep that in here because I don't want to ruin it by it being too warm. I probably shouldn't be keeping the other ones in here either, but it is what it is. I also love this other mousse that they have is pineapple potion too. I use that. Wanda, I have not used the honey flakeless gel. Coach Stacy has. She has fallen in love with that gel, and now I gotta get some. But I'm trying not to open any new products. I'm trying to use up. I got a lot of stuff I need to use up. I even still have I'm sitting here with the Masters Collection Heavy Hole, and I think I have an Ultra Hole sitting in here. I need to use these things up first because I've opened them. So, yeah. But I'm just trying to make sure I rinsed out all the product. It feels like the ones in the back feel squeaky clean. So, Wanda, have you used the honey flakeless gel yet? Because Stacy's hair looked bomb. She came by my job yesterday, and it was beautiful. And she was like, I love this gel. She's going to have to get some more. So, makes me want to get some. Girl, I'm going to come right back. I'm about to leave the store. Get some of this stuff. Oh, yes. Get you some. I'm telling you. Get you some. And make sure you're washing your hair every 7 days. It's so important. But I haven't used that yet. So I have the Daydream Peak Pre-Poo. And I have not used that yet because I'm trying not to open up anything. But maybe... and I know, Sylvie, Joe likes the gel that came with it. I don't have the gel. I just have the whole pre-poo portion of the kit along with the shampoo. Thank you, Elma. All right, so now we have So you love the pre-pull. See, don't be tripped. Don't tip me. I'm trying not to open product. I'm trying to use up. My goal is to use up product, not open up new product. Okay, so now we have thoroughly rinsed. So these are my other go-to. If Sandra, if you're still on here, my other go-to is the grapeseed conditioner, and this is in vanilla berry. It's just the scent is vanilla berry, but the grapeseed conditioner, and then the brown sugar baby deep conditioner. These are two conditioners I always love to do. So I put those together because I wasn't sure how this Innersense, because I haven't used it in a long time, was going to work in my hair, but it did pretty well by itself. So that's all I did. So now I'm going to apply a leave-in, and I love the brown sugar baby leave-in, but I love this. What is this? The leave-in is the pineapple potion, and it's done in small batches. So CurlMix, out of Chicago, makes their like VIP or fresh products in small batches because they don't have tons of preservatives and things like that in their products. So I'm going to start with those 2 pumps right there and rub it in my hand. It smells so good. Rub it in my hand. And then twist it up and get it out of the way. When I use the ENBBA Heavy Hold Gel, if I want a more defined set that doesn't grow huge on the first or second day, I make sure my hair is damp when I apply the gel, and then I add water. If I want it to be more fluffy, and this is not a Bana saying do this. This is what I have found, and like trial and error doing my hair, that if I have it wet, soaking wet, like I normally apply the CurlMix products, and just gonna put 1 pump here. I got to shed hair. I don't want to put that back in my hand. Oh, come on. Okay, it's off my fingers. So I just put 1 pump. I'm going to put on this section. But if I want my hair to be voluminous immediately, I make sure the hair is soaking wet before I put it on. Hey, Felicia. Oh, you're doing a deep conditioner on your mama? Okay. So we washed with the Innersense hydrating hair bath, because I found that under the sink and I need to use that up. And then we conditioned with the Innersense purple conditioner. I thought I was going to have to add some CurlMix conditioner to it, but it did well on its own. I haven't used it in so long, so I don't remember what it does. But anyway, it did well on Raya. So that's what we used as our washing products. Now I am putting the pineapple potion leave-in my sections so that, just put 1 pump over here, it'll be ready for the heavy hold. And I was telling everybody I don't saturate my hair like we do with the CurlMix if I want the set to be more defined. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the heavy hold, because I got a big bottle of that, and I don't want that to, I have the salon size bottle, so I don't want that to go to waste either. So I gotta get back on to doing that. But I think that'll be a good set of styling for you as well. Lola will like that. So I'm just putting my leave-in in and giving it some time to marinate before I, oh, you got the medium size, okay. And then a little goes a long way for that gel. So there you go. So we're just going in, do 1. Just want to make sure I have something on Raya. So I'm just smoothing it through, and I gotta remember, I say this out loud so I can tell myself, get the top of your hair, because has always been my Achilles heel. I would be all down here, and this would always be puffy. And then I found out that I did not. Oh, yeah, see, Raya loves this combo too, so that's why I was like, I know what I'm gonna get. You know how you're excited when you know how it's gonna look? But I just applied two different ways. If I want more definition and less volume on the first day, so that's why I'm going in to make sure that I get the leave-in in, and then you say you're so excited. Get the leave-in in my hair and give it time to do its thing. But I'm not worried about having water added on there because I know that this way gives me the set I'm looking for. So a pump. You should be excited because Lola's always pretty, but she's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful. And now the weather is starting to change, so I'm really trying to see, like which one of these sets. Like I really do believe that dew set is a keeper, especially putting that pop lock now. Now I can use it. That pop lock on top, that was a beautiful set, and it was a nice soft set, but lots of definition. My hair was touchably soft. It was beautiful. Hi Sabrina, thank you for joining the live. Don't forget to like the live. Appreciate you for stopping by. So anyway, there you go. I am chugging right along, and we got these last two to get some leave-in, using the Pineapple Potion leave-in. The set I did last week is a keeper too. Okay, awesome. So what did you use last week? Refresh my memory. Because I was at work a lot last week outside of the house. I work in the house, and I was out at the office running like a chicken with my head cut off. It's conference time for us, so we go to Florida in May, to Tampa, and so I'm just trying to get ready for that. So we got this in there, and I'm moving our office. We're moving from the larger suite we're in into a smaller suite. We have a temporary space, like one of those kind of WeWork situations, so that we can store our equipment and copiers and postage machines and stuff like that. Everybody's 100% remote, so they don't come in, but I do. Last section, one pump. So I just did do two on the top, and that was it. One pump for everything else. How does the leave-in help with your set? I use ENBBA, okay, but have not used a leave-in yet. Okay, Sandra, it's not necessary if you don't want to use a leave-in, because ENBBA's products are moisturizing. When I first started using them, I did not use a leave-in either. But I'm finding that with my gray hair, it don't hurt. And this is a leave-in that my hair does like. And so it's like it holds onto the moisture better. That's the best way I can explain it to you. But it's personal preference. You don't have to. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to. So, all right. So we have all the sections done. And now, I know I started in the front, but that's not normally where I start. I just started in the front. Again, that ain't where I normally start. But I'm going to go and put this plastic bag on my hair. Let it marinate. Pineapple leave-in, vanilla berry gel. Okay, wait a minute. Pineapple gel, I Create Definition Foam. If you like I Create Definition Foam, inbox me on Facebook your address. I'm going to send you the one I bought. I am not a fan of that. So I used it once and I told my stylist don't ever use that on my hair again. So if you like it, send me your address and I'm going to send it to you. Oh, awesome. I love that it was touchably soft for you. I just don't like that I Create Definition. Maybe I don't know how to use it, but I don't like it. Don't like Raya does not like it. I'm not going to say I don't like it. Raya does not like it. Oh, okay. All right. So the hair, oh my gosh, it ain't even been on there long, but it is so soft, y'all. If we could have touch-a-vision. Okay, so now I'm going to dry my hands. And what I am going to do, let me turn this water back on for a second to get some water in this bottle so I can have it available to me. I just want it to be hot. So let me turn this nozzle so we can fill this bottle quickly. Alright, so let's turn that off. So now I have some water. You said I don't like I Create Memory either, but I'm going to find a way to make it work. I guess I should have that attitude, but I'm scared of that. It like made my hair crispy. So maybe I'll use it several layers away from my hair. Maybe that'll help. All right, so we're going in now to style. And this is the Embrace Naturals. Oh gosh, well, I gotta look at it now. Embrace the Base Heavy Hold Gel. I don't want to say it long. It has a long name. So anyway, that's what we're using. And I want to make sure my hands are dry so I can, okay. So there is one pump out of that salon size. You saw the big bottle. And I'm going to emulsify it in my hands. Voila. And I use like a ponytail motion. And I'm going to go and get underneath. And remember I told you I'm a smoother. I am not a raker. So we want to smooth that product in. But what I love about this heavy hold is it's like a heat-seeking missile when water is involved. So you see I didn't have, the hair is damp, but it goes and it finds that water, and I love that. And you see those curls? Hold on, I think I'm in the camera. See those curls already? Okay, so Felicia, I might have to use it that way because I'm telling you, I used it once. And she told me, you don't have to buy it. I was like, oh no, I get it. Should have said nope. Should have said nope. But I didn't know. Because on the first day, it seemed like it was fine. So see that? See that? So now, this is where I add water after I put the gel on. So, little squirt. And now, see that? It's nice and foamy. And she's still trying to hold on to the water, and that's what I love too. Look at that definition. You see that after I add the water? So I don't know if it foams in my hair. I don't know if it foams in any of your hair, but it does foam in my hair. And I'm loving that definition. So, I'm going to twist that up and let it kind of marinate together and get it out of the way. Let me get this clamp and go with that one. Then we'll go to this other side, pull her down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because some people say it doesn't foam. I know it foams for me, so I can speak for me. It foams in my hair, which I don't have a problem with. It's just something I noticed. So we're going with a whole pump to that section as well. Emulsify. See, the hair is damp, but we're gonna put it on like a ponytail motion, trying to get from the root down and keep working it in. I think the key to using this gel too is to make sure you're working it in. Ooh, make sure you're working it in. I got a little it's a suction thing right here, and I can put my. Sandra, you are so welcome. I'm glad you're here. Glad I could be there for you. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why I decided to do lives here on YouTube, outside of my walking videos, but with my hair, is because I couldn't find anybody with hair like mine, gray hair, doing that. And so if I needed it, I felt like somebody else needed it too. So, okay, I'm going to add some more gel to this section because it doesn't feel like I want it to feel. But I'm not going to do a whole pump. So I'm going to do like a half a pump. You said hi T Sati. Have you tried the Sacred Edge drops? No, I haven't. Have you? Do you like them? I haven't tried any of the Sacred products yet. Hi, Malik. Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, so I'm smoothing, and before I add any more product, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna add some water. So there, we're gonna add water to Raya, and there she goes. She goes to foaming. And I'm smoothing, making sure I get to the base and work it down. When we have puffy roots, it's because we didn't do that. We're concentrating mid to the end of our hair, and we got to get this up here too. And I'm telling you because I was very guilty of that. And again, I have to say it loud. Are you using the topper too? Yes, I am. But I'm going to apply it all to the back first, and then I'll put the topper. Because I find out sometimes I use too much topper. The star of the show is really the heavy hole. The ENBBA topper, you don't need as much of it. And I had to learn that too. So for me anyway, others might use more of it, but I found that I can use, I should be making sure I'm getting the heavy hold on, and then put the topper. Too soon to tell. Going to give it a month to see. Okay, well, you know what? Come back and report. I'm here every Wednesday and Saturday. Just comment on one of the videos and tell me how you liked it. All right, so y'all, I know my hair, and I still don't like how it feels. So I'm going in with some more. You gotta know your hair, okay? You really gotta know your hair. Okay, Felicia. Well, see, that was me too. But you know, then I was like, I found that when it was defined from the root to the tip, it moved better for me. And I like that. So to each his own, but I'm just sharing, girl, I have to remember, spend some time getting them roots taken care of. And then I'll add just a little bit more water. And that feels better to me. So now we'll twist that up and get it out of the way. So again, definitely gives it movement. Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say it out loud. If I say it out loud, then I remember to do it. When I don't, and I be thinking it in my head, then another thought comes in my head, then I forget what am I supposed to be doing again? Smoothing your hair from the root down. So there you go. We have that section, and this especially because everybody sees it, right? So I am, because this is my more, I don't know, problem child area. I start with, it's like a pump and a half because it didn't fully pump all the way, but I'm starting with a pump and a half because I already know. When you know those sections of your hair that give you a little trouble, don't even play with it. Give it what it needs. And so that's what I'm doing here. So I'm working in a ponytail fashion, and I'm going to come up here, and then I'm just making sure I am working this product into my strands. And you see how it's whiter up here than it is down there. It needs a little bit more love. So again, I'm working it through on damp hair because this works for me, especially because I want the definition to be there, which is going to be there with this anyway, but I want to not have like puffy hair quickly. And I don't know if any of you guys experienced this, but I like to do my hair when I have time. It's not about being bored. I make time. This is the time I made for doing my hair. So, and I share, because there are other people on here. I'm putting a whole nother pump in this section. Because when I first started using it, I did start with 2 pumps per section. Then I started to pull back. But this up here, I ain't getting set up. I'm not going to set myself up. All right, Felicia, thank you for joining. I appreciate you, Felicia. So I'm working in to my hair before I add the water. I'm making sure I get it up here. And you see the hair is clumping nicely. And that's what we're looking for. And now I'm adding some water to that section. I don't know if you can hear that, but now squishy, squish, squish, squish even more. So I'm just kind of smoothing, trying to work this into my hair. Gray hair, we have so many layers of cuticle. So many cuticle layers. Thick, thick, thick. To penetrate. So, there. Nice and juicy. Anything that's coming off, I'm putting it back on to my hair. And then I'm going to twist this up, let it marinate, and go on to the next section. And sometimes you just have to take time, especially with our gray hair. We just need to take time with our hair and not rush through it. And I'm guilty of doing that sometimes, is rushing through my hair. because I want to be done or I have something to do. So now I purposely, there's the hair, I purposely take the time, make the time, and then it's like I made an appointment with myself. So since I made an appointment with myself, I'm keeping that appointment with myself and my hair and taking the time to do what I need. And I'm constantly stopped about my hair. So that tells me that I'm doing the right things for it, because people think, first off, they think that I get my hair dyed this way, and it's just this natural color. And then they think the wash and go is a twist out, and it's not. And then they think I have all of this maintenance, you know, like every night to have to do something, and that is not the case either. So I'm going to go in with another pump on that side. And let's see, I was about to say, I knew I saw some hair fall, and again, I'm going, making sure I get to the base and work it through. And then I'm taking my thumb like as a, and pushing, like smoothing and putting that thumb into the hair so it can kind of smooth the hair too. Like if I'm pushing the gel into my hair. So, I know you see me, but it's doing that with both of the thumbs. All right, so there's that, and I got some water to my hair, which again, the heavy hold ain't even gonna let it drip, see? So I'm gonna do like that. And smooth through my hair. And then I'm going to twist that up. All right. Well, I don't know why I twisted it up. So now actually what I want to do is get the ENBBA topper on that back section so it's all marinated together. So I want my hands to be dry for that too, so I'm going to rinse them off. And let me dry my hands. Oh, that's not what I want to do. So I want to bring that in here, and then I'm going to pull this up and take out the clips for the back, and we're going to get the ENBBA on those sections. So I'm gonna untwist, do like that. This is already untwisted. Do this as one group together. Hello, pretty games. All right, so now we've done the leave-in, so we'll move that over there. And now I have the Curl Embrace Holding Gel. This is the topper that we're gonna put on now. So that's how much topper I'm putting in my hand. And that is the consistency of the topper. And like a snotty type of consistency. So I'm gonna just kind of doing it like a swipe, and you see I still have some on my hands. And then I'm going underneath, and I'm swiping. I still have some on my hands, and I'm gonna rub it together, and I'm going on the top, and I'm gonna go from that top down. I'm bringing it all together in a ponytail motion. Kind of get it all worked in there. Okay, so you see now I have no more on my hand. What's a topper? So it's a gel. It's just another gel that you use less of, but you use it as your second or third, because you can have up to, you can have as many topper gels as you want. So this is going to be my second gel that I'm going to use. Hey, Rosie, welcome back, sweetheart. And it just locks in the gel and the curl that you just did. So you see those curls that we have? It will help to lock that in. But the ENBBA topper, it like gives a nice beautiful shine or sheen to your hair. And it is this one is a humidity barrier. So if it's hot and dry outside, it's going to draw moisture to your hair so that it stays moisturized. This particular topper. Oh, thank you for coming back. I'm glad you were able to see my short. Okay, awesome, Tisa. I'm glad that helped you. So, there. And I'm just going to put a little bit more of the topper gel on that section. Do you use acrylic to lay down your hair sometimes? Yes, I do. So I think I mentioned it. I have a Facebook page, and Gray Naturals, and I told them, I was like, yeah, I'm going to use the ENBBA Naturals, but I might have to use some acrylic. My white area up here, difficult. And so sometimes I have to put some acrylic up there. So I got it in here just in case I need it. Don't worry, see salon size. So yes, Sandra, I do. So normally it's not needed in the back. It's not needed on the sides, but it's needed up here. And that comes from knowing your hair. So Rosie, how you doing with your hair? Did you have you washed your hair yet, or is it still straight, or what's going on? Update me. I know it was just Wednesday, but you can still update me. So there is this. We're going to add some water. But you see the curls are there, right? Y'all see that? They clumping together nicely. I think I get smaller clumps with this combo than I do with other combos, but it's all good. So I'm going to let that marinate together, because now it has all the stylers applied. And while that's marinating, I'm going to get the stylers on the front. My cranky tangy don't like me. Oh, stop! What did your hair do to you now? Remember it? I told you it takes patience. It takes time. All right, so we're going in with one pump to this front section. No, but I ordered the pillowcase. Okay, waiting for it to come. And tomorrow I'll be washing my hair. Okay, awesome. I want to hear about it. If you're on the live on Wednesday, update me. about how your wash did. My son is calling me. Update me on the live and tell me how it's going. I'm so glad you're back, though. Thank you for joining. You're so funny. You're so funny. So we're going in and just trying to make sure that we get all this taken care of. My hair is working with me fine. I didn't even want to wash it this time because the set that we did on Wednesday was gorgeous. Even got rained on today and it still looked good. So thanks for asking. Nope, Raya's not giving me a hard time. Look at her. Look at these curls. You see, she ain't giving me no hard time. She like, bring it on. I love it. I said, okay. That's what we're doing. We giving her what she wants. I told you that's the key. Give your hair what you want. You got to find out what it needs and then give it what it wants. Give it what it wants. You'll have a better relationship with your hair. You're going to find out, I'm telling you. That satin pillowcase is going to help because it's going to help that moisture you letting get drawn out of your hair sleeping on that cotton pillowcase. Yep, and yep. So I might, let me see, I'm going to go ahead and put water, and then I may just, for this is my front, go ahead and put the ENBBA on each section as I go. But I didn't want to do that to the back. I wanted to kind of do that as one section. So I think that is good. And now we're going in with the topper gel on that section. And we're smoothing. That's the name of the game. For me anyway. Some people are rakers again. You do what you do. If that works for you. But we're smoothing. Getting it smooth on. And that's applied, so I'm going to twist it up and get it out of the way. And Rosie, you got me excited that you came back, and I went on the wrong side. I start over there first in the front. I'm blaming you. All right, so now let me go to this side that I should have went to first. Just the order in which I like to do my hair. Did it finish any other products there? No, just that one, that B-Girl topper. That was the only one that I finished so far. And then I even found more products that I have to use. So I ended up washing with the products that I found, washing and conditioning with the products. You said, but I did take your advice. I didn't brush my curls. I used my fingers. Okay. And how did that work out for you? Did you have a better result using your fingers instead of brushing your curls? So let's see, we're just smoothing. And we're gonna go in with a half a pump more over here. And then we're gonna add some water to this section. Little suction came up off the wall. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live, comment, subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. We go live Wednesdays and Saturdays. holding me accountable to doing my hair. He said it hurt a little bit, but it was way nicer than it being frizzy. See? We got progress, Rosie. That's what I'm talking about. It's all about progress. All about progress and baby steps. So, there, I think I want to put some more, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the topper. So there's the topper. I can always add some more. You can always add, if you get to a place where you're about to be ready to go under the dryer, but you're looking at your hair and you're like, the product is escaping, or your hair is escaping the product, I'm sorry. That's the time, add it before you get under the dryer. When you get under the dryer, it's too late, but while you're doing this process, you can, did I add water, y'all, to this section? Were you paying attention? Did I add water? I don't remember. I don't remember. Do you remember? You said, I didn't fight with Cranky Tangly though. Also, I'm glad that you didn't fight. Because guess who's going to win? Cranky Tangy. That's who's going to win. All right, so this is our last section. And this is the section that might end up with some I create hold. Well, I'm starting with one pump. I got to give time for the pump to rise on that bottle so I can get another full pump because I know I need that. So I'm just, again, going in with that ponytail motion. To get it done. And I feel she's going right for the water. Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm not sure, but it's okay because I can always add water later, but I don't think I felt like I didn't. But anyway, so we're going in with another pump to this section. I did not turn on my do not disturb. So my son is calling me. So that means he's not watching my live. I'm going to have to get him. No. I know he's probably with my grandson. Okay. So we are. So see how white, salt, and pepper. I have this distinct line that goes down the middle of my head. So are you doing a different style than last time? No, it's always a wash and go, pretty much, Rosie. If I styled it different, I would be out of the shower and just style the wash and go. You said you really like how I did my hair. So I'm doing it again the same way. All that's different when you come on, Rosie, normally is I'm going to do it with different products. So it will be the same style, just these are different products than I use in that wash and go. So thank you, I appreciate it. You kept me company. You were like my little protector. So that was too cute. So I'm just massaging this in. This section right here can go south on me, like that white section, and that's where I probably will put some hold. Somebody asked about the I create hold. Yeah. I don't want it stiff, but Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. I told you, you make me smile. All right, so there we have the product, and I'm gonna do one more. Emulsify, making sure that I have spread the product throughout my hand to work it in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add water at this point so I can work that into my strands. Thank you, Rosie. I appreciate you. I meant to go back and read that person's comment that said that they were gonna report me. And I was like, well, what? When I turned around, I said, you were out there. You were like, you were on it. I said, okay, thank you. Okay, so there's that. And I think I am going to put a little bit of, I Create Whole right there. So this is Innersense I Create Hold. That's one pump. And I'm going to emulsify that together. And it looks like nothing's on my hand, but it is. Some concentrated gel as well. So I'm going to go like that because that's where I really want it. That's where I really need it. This hair right here. So that's right, Rosie. Raya will come for you. And Cranky Tangly, so you're right. Go ahead and protect me, boo-boo. All right, so I'm gonna put some here. It's still on my hand, even though it looks like nothing's there. And I like I Create Whole, like for your edge area too. So any of the extra that I have on my finger, I'm just kind of putting it there. And it foams too. I Create Whole foams. So I am going to put a little water because it's a concentrated gel. And kind of work that through with my fingers, opening it up. When I'm not talking and stuff like that, I can go faster, but I don't care. I don't mind right now because I take my time to do what I'm doing, and I've set time aside. So I'm rushing to get somewhere or anything like that. So that is that in there. And I want to just smooth this on, dry my hands, and go ahead and put on the, oh gosh, was it Wanda? I Create Whole is a topper gel too. And the ENBBA Naturals is too. So again, I'm going in. So that had 2 topper gels in this top section. My hair starts to shrink before I get in the dryer, which is expected, but day 2 even more. Okay, you know what? My hair will shrink too, but what I do is I put satin scrunchies on. So like when this hair is dry, at night before I go to bed, I will put a satin scrunchie on here and here, like put it here, put one here, and then I normally section these 2 and put a scrunchie here and a scrunchie here and sleep with it on. And it helps to elongate the hair. But I do, Sandra, I notice it shrinks, and I will do that. Yes, welcome to the live. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you. I just put the topper on, right? Yes, this is what that is. I put the ENBBA Naturals topper on. If I feel like I need to add more, I will. That's what gets me with talking too. Not to say I won't talk, y'all. I just have to talk back to myself to figure out where I was, so I don't lose my place. But the hair is nice and juicy and elongated. See, I have all of this. I ain't gonna have all of this when it dries. So I'm gonna go ahead and twist that up. Let's see. Separate that and twist it up. And then it's time onto the styling. This back part, we're gonna go back there and that's why I like the plastic bag, because the shower cap, it's not a plastic bag, I guess, but I like the shower cap because it tends to hold in some of the moisture, you know, from the heat of our hair and stuff like that. So let me turn around. I probably could shake and go, but I'm not. I'm going to take my time to define this hair. So I'm going to add water. Now I will say water helps to elongate my hair. I like to kind of go under. Y'all, I have arthritis in my spine, and it makes my grip strength so weak. So I be struggling to open stuff, and then my hand is wet too. So just try to get the water warm again so I can make sure the water is warm. Work with your hair or it don't work with you. That is so true. And so we working with it. And that's why I'm not going to shake her, because she don't like being stripped. The curls end up being too small. So I'm just trying to get this to warm up, because when your hair is cold, when you're showering and doing your hair in the shower like I'm doing or whatever, and the water is cold and your hair gets cold, and especially when I create holes, it'll seize up and it'll start to tangle a lot in your hair. So you don't want your hair to be tangly. Right, Rosie? We want to be able to work through the hair. So I'm just waiting for this to warm up. I'm so sorry. I normally have my water, I keep it on. I don't know why it's taking so long to warm up right now, but I don't want to put, this is like lukewarm right now. I need it to be warm. So that's taking me a couple minutes here. Don't know why, but normally it's not like that. Let's see. Yeah, just slowly but surely getting warmer. Okay. There it is. I apologize. Alright, let's put you back in there. And now I'll turn back around. And we're going to get some water in this hair. And we're going to clump her together. So, again, this is how I like to to find her and let her, like where she's separating is where she's naturally separating. See. So I'm just rubbing the product down, making sure I get it through my hair. I've learned, like I've used a tool, meaning a brush in my hair before, and it shrank up even more. So with ENBBA, and I know that that's what it's going to do, so I don't do it. And let me put this here, and let me put this here, and some water. And yes, sometimes adding water like you see me doing will increase the drying time, but I would rather that and get the desired look. You get more hang time too when you add water. And she's gonna shrink anyway, so I'm trying to make sure I get her to hang as long as possible. Try to get that to be 1. It wants to be 2 anyway. So some people do the whole, they can rake and separate. It causes my fingers to get crampy. So I do it this way. So this is what I mean when I say work in smaller sections to define your hair. So I'm going to smooth this down. The product that's coming off, that's why I know I don't need to add any more. I got sufficient product on there. Just smoothing it down. But we want to make sure every hair has the product. So that's what we're going back through to define the hair. Again, this works for me. And I'm sorry, I have to remember to speak up when I turn around from you guys. But I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm reminding myself to speak up so you do hear me. Check in, see how y'all are doing. Make sure there's no comments. And then I'll turn back around. All right, so. It's like I'm reactivating the product since it's been sitting there. Water is always good. These are high quality products and water helps to distribute them. So sometimes you don't have to always go reaching for more product because you saw I put on a sufficient amount. Just need to make sure I'm working it in. Okay. Oh, I was about to say, why is that so short? I'm like, oh no, Do I have some breakage? No, it's the hair from over here that's twisted around. Part of it is sticking out from under the bag, making me think that I got some broken hair. I was about to cry. Trying to figure out how I did that. All right. How long have you been doing that for? Are you saying how long have I been styling the hair on this live? I started styling it probably, I started applying the products about 30 minutes ago maybe. And now we're just smoothing through, if that's your question. If not, ask it again and then I'll answer again. All right, so the back is almost finished. Let's see. So you see the separation with our white hair and my salt and pepper hair. It's part of that line that starts in the front and continues. All right, last piece back here. You be right back, okay. All right, Rosie. Be careful not to be pulling at your hair. Separate it where it naturally wants to separate. So there's that. All right. Now it's this side. Get me back in my order. My bottle over here. And put some water on Raya. So just smoothing. It's a product. Don't forget to like the live. Okay, let's see. So now we're going to go in small sections and define this, separate that hair from the root down, because that helps with the movement if you want movement in your hair too. You see, it's pretty easy to, there's a lot of slip in the product. If you use enough water. I heard somebody say that their hair doesn't, they don't have that kind of slip when the way that Avena does their hair, but I think if you don't use enough water, it may be tangling. All right, 2 more little sections here. And then we go to the other side. Smooth, smooth, smooth. I'm not a raker. All right, so there is that section. And I'm gonna take my clamp out before I forget it. And I'm gonna put it right here. And now, keep this in there marinating and take this down. And this is, again, you know, you have preferences the way you do something. This is just the way I like to do mine. Somebody else may do theirs totally different. This is how I like to do mine. You see, I have more than enough product, so I don't need to add any product. Adding water helps to spread the product. Oop, separated hair there. I'm just going to smooth that down and separate. Smooth it down and separate. There. Don't separate, there you go. Smooth, and I'm going to take this out because I'm in that right spot. And keep it moving. I used to not take this kind of time, and then I would end up with these big clumps of hair that eventually would break up, but then they were very frizzy. So, and my hair didn't move the way I wanted it to. So, these are some of the small changes that I implemented to get my desired look for my hair. So I'm just smoothing. Even when I'm pulling this apart, the slip is amazing because when I'm pulling this apart, you know, sometimes I will get knots, you know, and I gotta work through it. And I'm not getting that, the hair just pulling apart. So that's a plus. So there's that. And I'm gonna put a clamp right there so I know what we're defining here. And now, this is the top. We're in the home stretch. And we're adding water. Get on my forehead. Last piece. And we're gonna go in here. So I like to try to define this hair backwards. So, hello. Let's see, trying to, now this hair up here tangles easily. I have, like I said, finer strands. So I'm being careful now up here. You've been on my live before, you know this is where I really slow down. It's up here, because look, like I got a couple of tangles, so I'm gonna add water. Remember I told you I create little C's on you when it gets cold. And that section has I create hold in it. I know, my nails are good today. I love to be able to touch my hair, so I really hate to have to wear gloves. Hi, Cynthia. And I normally wear finger cots, but being lazy and can't find where I put them. But then I had a whole lot of nails with issues, so I was like, forget the whole glove. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, so see, so I'm working through it, these tangles, so I can get that. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And thank you if you are a subscriber. I appreciate you. So we're smoothing. And now I'm going to smooth it down the length of that hair and drop it. We're not trying to, keep messing with it. I just want to smooth it down and drop it. So see how it is separating better once I added more water. And where it naturally separates is where I'm trying to separate that and just, there you go. Whew. Y'all, I have arthritis in my spine, my neck, and it affects the grip in my arms, like I was telling y'all. And when I have my hands up for so long, Lord have mercy. So there you go. Some more tangly areas. But we're not going to talk trash. Right, Raya? I'm not going to talk trash. I'm being nice to her, gentle to her, because I want her to work with me. And she is doing just that. She's doing good, especially with this eye create hole up in the mix. So we are smoothing. Yes, Rosie. Okay, we're smoothing. So we smooth the length of the hair and then drop. Again, smoothing the length of the hair and drop. Smoothing. And I have another mirror over there that I'm looking in to, because I want to make sure I'm not pulling that day. You're making my hands hurt and they ain't doing nothing. Girl. But that's all right. See, I benefit because, look at the muscles. Muscles. See my muscles? See my muscles? I'm getting some benefit from it. So I ain't complaining too much. Twice a week. Twice a week. Okay, so we are getting through this. It is separating nicely. I mean, that's one thing I will say. The slip is amazing on the ENBBA products. It is amazing. Amazing slip. So this is my white section over here. And again, there is a tangle. And I'm not going to pull that out. I'm going to work it through. Then I'm going to work my fingers through. So see, that's what we want to do. Take your time. That's why you don't want to ever do your hair when you're in an uber rush, because that's when you start pulling out your hair. You don't want that. We don't want that. So yeah, see, I got some muscles from this. Got some muscles. All right, so there. I worked it through, and no more tangles. Sometimes you might have to get a brush out, but thank God I didn't have to. Because I found that when I use a brush with ENBBA, uh, you know, and some other products, but since we're dealing with ENBBA, that's what I'm talking about. My hair shrinks up even more. So try not to use a tool at this stage of the game if I don't have to. But sometimes your hair gets really tangly and you want it to be, you know, like smooth. Otherwise, you're going to have tangles when you dry too. All right. We are coming to this home stretch. I only have one cramp in my thumb so far. But I love doing my hair. It's not a chore. It is like my spa time. All right, so now just got this last. Hold on, I can just smooth that this way. Yup, yup. Okay. Almost there. Yes, Rosie, we almost there. Look. Look at that. Okay. So we want to be careful. I can see a tangle. See how I can see that tangle? That hair balled up. Ah, perfect. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We took a little longer on this one, but it's all good. All that talking, but that's what we're here for, to be able to be a help to someone. All right. So I'm gonna do this side too. That actually belongs over here, but since I did a deep part, it's the only short piece over on that side because it really belongs over there. But I want it to be where I want it to be. And it works over there. Works over here on the long side with the deep part. All right, last piece. We are styling our wash and go, so others that do wash and goes, especially with gray hair, can see how the process goes for me and maybe be able to implement some of these tools and tricks that I do for themselves. So here is what we look like in the back too. So I'm gonna kind of do a little shake. Do a little shake to the back, not too violently. Get these curls to kind of move over. Fall. Want them to fall nicely. Yes, Wanda, I agree. I think this is beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so let me take this down. So you see the curls are smaller, but I love this. So I think what I'm gonna do is take a little bead of I Create Hold and put here. And do that right here. And then kind of place the curls. And I'm gonna run any of this extra product that's on my hand downward. Like sometimes you see the hair may look dry. Run some of the product that's on your hands down. The I Create Whole is the gel that I put right here, and it's a stronger gel, and it's almost like an edge control. So when I go under the dryer, it's going to keep that hair laid down. So that's what it's doing. Good question, Rosie. You are observant. I love it. All right, so guys, this is the front. Tell me if you see any holes or anything like that. This is the side, the back, and I'm looking. Should this go over there maybe? Does that belong there, or should it be back here? Maybe like that. Okay, and this is the other side. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're about to go get under the dryer, and you know I will come back once I start to do the diffusing. I'll come back live so that you can kind of see what it looks like. So I'll diffuse a little bit and then I'll come live. So if you get a notification, head back over. And if not, just come check out the live to see, the replay to see how she came out when I come from under the dryer. But this is it. The definition of the curl. Thank you. See, I'm telling you, the product is amazing, but we just have to take time, in my opinion, to do our hair. And thank you to A Size Healthier. We just have to take our time to do our hair and spend time to get it done. So make time for it, and then we get what we want. And I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. So. Yeah, I love it. All right, guys, but I will come back and go live once I diffuse. I'll diffuse a little bit before I go live. And thank you for joining. Thank you so much, Wanda, for making a live. All right, guys, bye-bye.